Hi, my name is Bryn Taubensee, and I'm a BFA sculpture student at Indiana University. In this video, I'm going to show you how to make life-size body casts out of regular, clear packaging tape. That's what's great about sculpture. It's really a broad art form. You can really make anything you want out of anything you want. While some traditional sculpture may require access to special workshops or you have to buy expensive materials, you can actually do a lot of sculpture at home. For example, in this project, all we need is clear packaging tape, scissors, and someone to help you. So let's get started. First, wrap a layer of tape with the sticky side facing out. Then wrap a layer over that with the sticky side facing in. Here I start adding the second layer. It's easier to work in sections, wrapping a foot, arm, etc. with both layers rather than wrapping the whole body with just the first layer where the sticky side is facing out. That way you can avoid potential problems such as sticking together in tangled tape. It's much more difficult and time-consuming to wrap your own body. Therefore, it's good to have someone to help wrap you or that you can wrap. You should try to move quickly with the wrapping. The wrapping generally takes between half an hour and an hour, and it can get pretty uncomfortable standing there wrapped in packaging tape. Try to wrap the tape loosely so you don't cut off circulation. For the most part, you can just wrap the tape while it's on the roll. You'll find that you won't be able to do that in some places, such as the shoulders, where the contours change. In that case, you'll have to cut pieces of tape off the roll. And now we cut it off. You will probably develop your own technique for cutting off the tape. Obviously, just be careful and go slowly. It isn't that important how you cut it, since you will tape it all back together at the end. And even if you cut it messily, it's hard to notice the seams once they're taped. It's sometimes helpful to cut zigzags or in a spiraling motion, down the leg for example. You don't necessarily need to cut all the way to the end of a foot, etc., just to the point where you can pull it out. That will save you some taping at the end. What now? When taping it all back together at the end, I recommend using Scotch tape to tack the sides together at intervals of a few inches. It's easier to manage than packaging tape. It also can be hard to know where to tape the sides together. You can look at the lines and creases of the tape to line it up correctly. Once you've tacked a small section, use the packaging tape to cover the seams. Cut small pieces of the packaging tape, otherwise they can get tangled. I recommend cutting one long piece of tape, sticking the edge of it to a table, and then cutting little pieces of it off as you use it. Don't get too far ahead with the tacking, as it's helpful to be able to push the tape on firmly with your other hand on the inside of the body while taping. If you tack too far, you won't be able to reach your hand inside. You don't need to tape both the inside and the outside of the seams. One more thing. We didn't do the head or the fingers, since this was just for a quick demonstration, so I'm going briefly to show you how to wrap the fingers. It's the same concept, just harder because the fingers are so small. You won't be able to wrap the tape while it's on the roll. Once again, I recommend cutting a long piece of tape, and then cutting little pieces off of it. Make sure to apply the second layer to each finger as soon as you finish the first. Otherwise, your fingers will stick together. If you wrap the head, you should leave holes for the nostrils. And that's it! You can also stuff the sculpture if you'd like, before you've taped it all up. I once started making a body that was stuffed with trash. We used 3 small rolls of tape, by the way. Have fun and happy sculpting!